Hey everyone, I recently made a video talking about Cerberus returning as a possible main antagonist for the next Mass Effect game, but today I also wanted to talk about a potentially bigger threat to the Milky Way galaxy.
Lockhart QT.
We don't know much about Mass Effect 4, we don't even know if it will be called Mass Effect 4 as technically Andromeda is the fourth game in the series, but we are now in an interesting position as a fanbase to speculate and use the lore in game events to predict the story of the next Mass Effect game, whether it be called Mass Effect 4 or 5. In Mass Effect 3's Leviathan DLC, we meet the Leviathans. They are an ancient aquatic race that dominated the galaxy in the time before the Reapers. They regard themselves as the galaxy's first and only apex race, and think of other races as mere tools meant to serve them as slaves. By the way, this video will touch on spoilers for the OG trilogy and Mass Effect Andromeda, so here's your final warning if you don't want any spoilers now. With the advent of the Reapers, the Leviathans were forced into hiding for their own survival, and were content to observe the Reapers' harvests while also erasing any evidence of their existence over the course of hundreds of millions of years. As stated earlier, in Mass Effect 3 we come across Leviathan in the depths of the water, and Leviathan even agrees to help us fight the Reapers. Shepard does this by convincing them that this cycle will be different and that they actually have a shot at destroying the Reapers by presenting them key evidence. And although we are successful in defeating the Reapers and the Collectors with Leviathan's aid, there are loads of red flags and evidence to suggest that this will potentially tease a Leviathan becoming a bigger threat in the future. Firstly, Leviathan is still extremely prejudiced of other races, deeming us as mere slaves and them as the apex race. This is more evident as Leviathan states, "We will fight, but not for you or any other lesser race." It's clear that they still view themselves as the dominant apex race with a certain arrogance, and with this they may try a hostile yet subtle takeover after the Reapers are destroyed in Mass Effect 3's ending. Secondly, in the DLC we see that Leviathan possesses a strong mind control ability. In the DLC we see loads of normal people of varying different races, whether it be Solarian, human, etc., under the control of Leviathan on the mining facility we come across in the DLC, and it's basically anyone in close proximity to the relics that we see scattered strategically across the planet. This process is similar to Reaper indoctrination. They even create slaves as seen in the cave paintings scattered across the DLC's planets. But now imagine this. What if Leviathan disagrees with the intergalactic political landscape and stage now that they are directly involved in the galaxy after the Reaper Wars had brought them effectively out of the shadows? What if they disagree with the council races and then turn to mind control to create thralls across various different species and planets to do their bidding? After all, the easiest way to access an army is to directly take it over using mind control. This would create an interesting story in the next Mass Effect game, as we wouldn't be able to know friend from foe, and this could create some really good twists in the story where, for example, you could have a squad mate who's been with you since the very start of the game, and then near the end of the game it's revealed that they're actually a thrall for Leviathan. BioWare, of course, are now facing an extreme challenge with tying up all loose ends and creating a story that caters to all player choices from Mass Effect 1, 2, 3 and Andromeda. And if the game is set shortly after Mass Effect 3's ending, then we could see Leviathan rise to power and potentially mind controls other species into a hostile takeover. Again, it wouldn't be direct, it would be over, I guess, several months, because they'd have to do it subtly by placing relics on different planets. But also, what if the game is set in the near future? The only evidence we have to suggest this so far is that Liara looks notably older in the teaser trailer, as well as the fact that the developers at BioWare have even stated that the game will somehow tie into Mass Effect Andromeda, so again, the game could be set potentially hundreds and hundreds of years in the future. But what if the game is set during Andromeda's timeline? Then we could see the extent of hundreds of years of indoctrination and Leviathan attempting a takeover of the Milky Way galaxy. I think this is a really cool idea, so I thought of this on my own today, but what if we played the game during Andromeda's timeline and somehow were able to return to the Milky Way galaxy, and then we only return to the Milky Way galaxy to find it completely taken over by Leviathan? And what if we then played as some sort of resistance, essentially trying to retake control of the Milky Way galaxy using Andromeda's resources, as well as the Initiative, for example. Again though, we're going to have to wait and see because we still don't know when the next game is set in the timeline. So anyway everyone, thank you so much for watching this Mass Effect 4 video today. I really love Mass Effect content and I can't wait to talk about more of the potential threats that the Milky Way and Andromeda galaxies could face in the next game in the series. Thank you so much for watching, and for more Mass Effect and gaming content, stay subscribed to the channel and make sure to share the video with all your fellow Mass Effect fans. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!